Yo, what's good guys? MikeDecIsHere here, and today I have a battle for you guys, finally. This is against some dude on the Smogon Wifi Battle Finder. I don't really remember his name. I think it's like Rykurai something. I honestly can't remember. But, yeah, so today it's just an OU battle, and this is the team I've been using on the ladder a lot. It's doing pretty well. It got me to like 1440. Actually, it's probably a little too high. Maybe like 1430 something until I started getting hacked like crazy. But looks like a normal rain team at first. But the unique thing about this team, it's actually 6 choiced users. Yes, all 6 of these Pokemon are choiced in some way. And you're looking at the team and you're like, what the hell? You got a Jellicent and a Ferrothorn. How are they all choiced? But I'll explain that in a little bit. So I guess let's just get started with the battle. And so he's going to lead off with his well, I'm going to lead off with Politoed, obviously. He's going to obviously lead off with Rotom, because Rotom is Rotom. Now, Volt Switch is extremely obvious, and so is going into Ferrothorn. So I'm actually going to go for the Choice Specs Focus Blast, predicting the Ferrothorn to come in. The Rotom does a good amount. I'm thinking maybe it's like modest, because that did way more than normal Choice Scarfed Rotoms do. So I'm going to go for the Focus Blast. Obviously, Ferrothorn comes in. Going to take a huge amount of damage. And looking pretty good now. So the switch is also kind of obvious, but at this point I don't really want to overpredict. I don't know what kind of player he is, so I'm just gonna go for the second Focus Blast. He's gonna go into Vaporeon. I miss, honestly, really didn't matter. So I would have liked to have gotten a Focus Blast off on this thing. I'm gonna go out to Ferrothorn. He's gonna throw up a Wish. And this sucks because the Ferrothorn switch is obvious, but I'm just hoping maybe a Power Whip will do enough that it can take it out. But Power Whip does absolutely jack. And this is Choice Banded. I was like, what? I do so much damage normally. This thing must be physically defensive or something. I don't know. But now I really can't stay in. I'm going to go out to Sizer. Kind of predicting him to set up rocks. Because he doesn't have any hazards up yet. He's actually going to go... he is going to go for the rocks. And obvious superpower is obvious. Just going to go for the U-turn. Just because I'm predicting he's going to want to switch. And I can get a little bit of switch advantage. He's going to switch out, go out to his Vaporeon for some reason. I guess he really had nothing that he wanted to take a superpower with. And I'm just going to go for that U-turn. Does a good amount. I was surprised how much this did. I guess I was overestimating Vaporeon's bulk. But I'm going to go out to my Tornadus, and a Choice Specs Hurricane will definitely KO this Vaporeon from this range. So just going to go for it. Not going to really overpredict. And he's going to first protect to see what I want to do. There's really nothing else I want to do just because everything on his team gets hit hard by a Hurricane. So, just going to go for that Hurricane. And he's going to switch out, go into his Ferrothorn. I guess he thought it could take it better than it does, but this is a clean 2-hit KO. Like, Choice Specs Hurricane is so strong. Oh my god. But, yeah. Got a little bit of after-turn effects. He's now just going to die to that big Hurricane this turn. So... first kill of the game. I actually really need this Ferrothorn gone. The two Pokemon I really need gone are Vaporeon and Ferrothorn, mainly just because I have a lot of water guys on my team. And they get walled pretty hard by those. I guess Vaporeon not so much because I do have Choice Band Ferrothorn, but that is obvious. Gonna go out to Salamence. He's gonna go out to Salamence. I'm thinking he's gonna predict the Fire Blast. I think he's Scarfed just by the way he brought it in. So I'm gonna go out to Politoed. And he goes for Fire Blast like I thought he would, predicting Ferrothorn. Just gonna let him kill me now, just because, yeah, I can. Gonna go out into my Rotom, and I'm predicting him to predict HP Ice, so I go for the Volt Switch. And he's this guy. He brings in a ground guy on my Rotom. I was like, are you kidding? And then he stays in. I was like, dude, if I was not choiced, you'd be screwed. Like, why would you do that? But, oh my god, whatever. Gonna switch out. I'm gonna go out to Ferrothorn now because this Donphan cannot do anything to me. Like, at all. Gonna go for the Power Whip just because it will do a freak ton except for any Salamence to anything that comes in. I'll actually go for Gyro Ball predicting Salamence. That's smarter. I predicted Salamence to come in, so I'm for Gyro Ball. And that almost takes out the... that does 80% of the Infernape. It's resisted. Gyro Ball normally does like 40. That's insane. Go out to Breloom. I go out to Jellicent, predicting him to go for Flare Blitz. He goes for Close Combat, I guess, because Rain. But not predicting him to switch out because he's not going to want to stay in. Going to go right back out to Ferrothorn. He's going to go out into his Vaporeon. and I'm just gonna smack him with Power Whip because, yeah, Power Whip is strong. Goes for the Skull, trying to get the burn. Not a smart play, dude. Should have just gone out the Salamence. Just saying. And Power Whip is gonna rock him. So I guess maybe he was predicting me to overpredict and think he'd go to Gyro Ball. But nope, that's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna smack him with a Power Whip, and that's gonna take him out. Let's go out to Rotom, and this is freaking amazing. Goes for Will-O-Wisp. Burns me. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna stay in. I predicted him maybe just go for Volt Switch or something, so I just get some damage on Salamence. Go for the Power Whip. This does... I couldn't believe this. I was like, it almost killed. Are you kidding me? Choice Band Ferrothorn, people. It is strong as hell. He's gonna go for the Volt Switch. Honestly, I figure after any attack, he'd kill me with the burn residual damage. So I'm just gonna go for the Power Whip just because I can. And it's gonna do Jack to Salamence because it 4 times resisted, and Ferrothorn's gonna go down, but honestly, now that I know he's not choiced, I don't really need Ferrothorn anymore because everything else in my team outspeeds it, is Rotom, so I don't really care. So now I'm gonna go out into my Rotom because I know I'm Scarfed, to force him to use, if he's choiced, just to see what he wants to do. And because I know he's not Moxie, and I know one of my guys can live 1, but since he switches, he reveals to me he's not choiced. And this is where I think he's an idiot. He goes out to Donphan again. I'm like, no, I'm just going to go for HP Ice. It KOs everything else on his team. And then he switches out again, and I was like, what are you doing? Let that thing die. It's literally not doing anything. But I'm going to go for the HP Ice, and it's going to take out the Infernape because... Oh, I guess I predicted Mach Punch. There we go. I predicted Mach Punch. I don't want my Rotom dying. I go out to Jellicent, and I'm just going to smack him with an Ice Beam, and that's going to kill him. So, yeah. At this point, I kind of forgot about the Rotom, and I was thinking everything in my team, I could just sweep him with Choice Scarfed Ice Beam, but Rotom will survive an Ice Beam at that range. I'm going to go out to my own Rotom, mainly as Death Fodder. Sorry about that. As Death Fodder so I can bring out my Tornadus and just smack everything with a Hurricane. But he actually goes for Pain Split, no big deal. I'm just going to go for HP Ice on the off chance I can kill it. And seeing how that I cannot kill, he's just going to go for the Volt Switch, which is fine. I'd rather him actually go for that because now he doesn't get Leftovers Recovery, which means that my Ice Beam now will definitely kill him. If he had gone for Hydro Pump and stayed in, I would have been much more reluctant about bringing in Jellicent here. But because now I know that Ice Beam will kill, I can pretty much just clean up the rest of his team with Choice Scarfed Jellicent. How often will you hear that? You hear, oh, well, how'd you win? Oh, I just swept with the Choice Scarfed Jellicent. What? Yeah, that's right. For those of you guys who think this team's a joke, this Jellicent has literally swept so many teams. And it's been amazing. I've loved using this thing. Ice Beam gonna take out the Rotom. That's fine, whatever. And now, since his last of the Salamence, I'm pretty sure this thing is not Scarfed because he switched out before on my Scarfed Rotom, so I'm just going to smack it with an Ice Beam, and that's going to be the game. So, good game, Rykurai, whatever. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. I'll have you in the title. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and give that like button, and peace out, guys. MikeDec is out of here. Later!